Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Nils again at Idaho Pulse. So today we're going to be going through a town called Caldwell, kind of showing you around the downtown, the main areas, some residential zones. Check out some of our other videos. We have something for all the major cities in Treasure Valley. So check us out, like and subscribe if you could. That would help us out greatly. Kind of gives us the opportunity to show this to more people. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. You can visit idahopulse.com if you have any questions for us, if you want to contact us. Otherwise, welcome to Caldwell. Hey everybody, so right now we are entering into Caldwell from the freeway, and we're going to be turning onto Cleveland Avenue, which is a major road where all the stores are and everything, kind of the main drag, if you will, of the Caldwell area. So we're going to start our journey there. We have the Welcome to Caldwell sign right in front of us here. And we are entering onto Cleveland. So on this road we have kind of a mixture of, looks like what used to be houses and now they're businesses. So looks like mostly businesses on this road. So this road we have an Albertsons that we just passed by. We have a bank here. We got this is kind of where a lot of the stuff you're going to be doing if you live in Caldwell. You're going to be coming here to go to a restaurant, going to do something fun. There's an ice skating rink that they do in the winter time here that our family goes to quite often. My daughter loves to go ice skating, so they have that here, which is really nice. They have a nice park that you can go through with all the lights and all that kind of stuff. So it's a nice place to be. They have, I think it's right there to the left, so we'll have that in a few months here once the winter comes. And otherwise, just kind of enjoy the view here. We just are kind of showing what it would look like if you were to drive through like the main area, Cleveland Avenue, in Caldwell. So we're gonna go find some offshoots to go to some residential areas. We're gonna kind of turn off here in a little bit, kind of show some of the residential areas kind of close by, and then we'll kind of venture out a little bit and kind of show what it looks like a little further away from the main drag downtown area. So let's see what it looks like around here. All right, so we are just continuing down Cleveland here. A lot of the same kind of stuff. I think as we get away from that main area, we're going to see a little bit more residential, a little less businesses. So Got a little diner on the right hand side. So we have some houses starting here. So we got some houses on the main drag here. It looks like some original Caldwell houses. And we're turning left here onto 15th Avenue. So this would be some older, more established residential areas. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and turn down one of these roads here. This is Arthur Street. Just kind of show you what it looks like here in some residential areas that are kind of close by to the downtown area. So I just heard a train go by on the left-hand side, so that's something to keep in mind. There's some train tracks to the left of me there. So these are definitely older homes. Looks like very small size houses. So this is going to be on the lower end of the price point here, but it is close to like the more of the downtown area, I guess you'd call that. And this runs parallel to the train tracks here, so I can see the train going by on the left. So you'd be hearing that at night, potentially. So this is a pretty busy road here actually. So it took me a while to cross over this road. So this road is Blaine Street, and there's just a lot of traffic on this road as it turns out. So kind of heading back towards downtown at this point right now. And then we'll turn right onto 16th Avenue. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a train going by right there, straight ahead. And then we'll go this direction here, go left. So a lot of the same kind of houses, so nothing super well manicured as far as the yards go or anything like that. Kind of older, a little more rundown houses kind of thing. So that's kind of what you're going to be getting in this area if you kind of go close to the downtown area. Looks like a church here, so we'll go ahead and hang a left here, and we'll try to find another residential area to go cruise down. So we'll go look around and see if we can find something else to look at here now that we've seen this one. All right, and we're continuing down 12th here. We just passed a park on the right hand side. We're going to take a left at Fillmore Street here. Just kind of show a little bit more of what Caldwell, near the downtown Caldwell area, has to offer as far as the neighborhoods go, and see if they're all kind of the same or if there's some differences to them. But so far, from what we've seen so far, we've driven through, it looks like they're all really similar. This one's got some really nice trees, and but a lot of the same kind of houses, older houses, some brick ones, some metal siding, that kind of stuff. Real narrow streets here, so if you've got cars on both sides, you're gonna have to go single file. So a lot of the houses around here have some junk in the front yard, some unmanicured front yards, and some trash and stuff. So far, I haven't seen a lot of really nicely manicured yards. There's a few that are decent. Yeah, this is going to be kind of like definitely an older section of Caldwell for sure. There's a lot of newer communities in Caldwell, so it just depends on what you're personally looking for. If you're trying to be closer to the downtown area and you want a cheaper price point, this is probably going to be one of the areas you'll be looking at. So we have a school on the left-hand side there, and so we're on Ash Street right now, going west. We'll take a left here, kind of get a little bit further away from the downtown area if possible. Kind of see what it looks like a little further away too, just to get perspective on it. So far, I haven't seen a whole lot of difference. There's been a few decent sized houses, but they're all about the same age. So right now we're crossing over Linden Street, and we're still on Montana. Another school here on the right hand side. Some tennis courts here for the school, basketball court. Some duplexes. So we're probably about maybe a 3 or 4 minute drive if you drove straight away from downtown we're going south right now. So we're just going to keep going south and see kind of where this takes us as far as the housing changing and and how fast the neighborhoods change. And typically, as you get further away from downtown, you get a little bit newer, a little bit different vibe or different feel. So just kind of want to show everybody what the different aspects of Caldwell are. So now we're getting into maybe properties being a little bit more spread out. Some neighborhoods there on the left. All right, so we just took a right on Ustick, and now we're going to take a left on a street called Washington. Kind of show this is a little further away from downtown, probably maybe 5 to 7 minute drive away. So a little bit different, but not a whole lot different from what we saw right next to the downtown streets there. So these are probably, I don't know, 20, 30 years old, maybe 40. So very established, very mixture. Like that house looked like it was built from like log cabin type thing. So very different from some of these other ones with regular siding or stucco, like the one on the right. So kind of a mixture of different styles of houses. Definitely nothing new. This has been here for a while too. So. And we're going to take a left here on Ustick. We're back on Ustick here. Looks like another residential area on the right. Looks real similar to what we just drove through, so we're not going to go there. And so I think we'll take a left here on 10th Avenue and kind of see what's down here. Like a Walmart neighborhood market here. So if you lived in this area, that'd probably be where you'd get a lot of your shopping done. Some condos or apartments. Looks like apartments maybe on the left here. And so we're just going to kind of get a little further away from downtown. I want to kind of show what it looks like to get a little bit further away. So we're probably, I don't know, 7 to 10 minute drive depending on stoplights from getting to that downtown area. We're just going to take a right into a random neighborhood here. Kind of explore this one and see what this looks like here. So this looks like it's a little bit newer, probably HOA controlled here. So let's see. And so these look like they're fairly new houses. So this is probably within like maybe 5-6 years, I'm guessing, somewhere in that range. So yeah, these are nice. They have RV garages, 3-car garage minimum looks like from what I've seen so far. It's like a lot of, looks like a lot of single-story houses from what I can tell. Yeah, so similar to what you would find in like a newer subdivision of Star or Meridian or something like that. So this is kind of not too far away from the downtown area. So if you had to go into town to go to the bank or store or restaurant or something like that, definitely not far. But there's a few things out here actually. Like I said, there's that Walmart that's not that far from here. So this isn't a bad option. It's very, very nice and well-kept neighborhood. Real clean, really close to downtown. And then Nampa's not that far either, so you could drive, I'm not quite sure exactly from here, but maybe 15 minutes you could be in downtown Nampa, maybe even less than that. So not too bad in that direction either. So you could go to Caldwell, which they have a Costco there and all that stuff. So this isn't a bad option, actually. It's nice and clean, and the houses are pretty modern looking with RV garages. Not all of them, but a lot of them have the RV garage option. So this is a nice neighborhood. So I didn't catch the name of the neighborhood when we drove in, but turning on Gap Creek Avenue. So we'll leave this neighborhood here and check out some other random one and just see what another one might look like. But if you're looking for something on the newer end in Caldwell, then not being so far out in the outskirts that you're driving 30 minutes to get to a store, this is a good option. So something to keep in mind. All right, so we're leaving that neighborhood there that we were just in, and we're going to take a right on 10th Avenue. So right now we're just going south on 10th Avenue, kind of getting a little further away from downtown. So we're maybe 10 to 12 minute drive away from downtown, roughly, give or take. We've got a lot of older houses on the left-hand side. West Valley Estates. So now we're getting into a lot more open area. It looks like there's a few subdivisions, but there's also houses with some land out here. So it doesn't take long to get to that point where you kind of get away from the downtown, and then all of a sudden you're in areas with 1 to 5 acre lots older houses that have been here for a while, maybe even some farmland, that kind of thing. So it doesn't take long to get to that point, and I think we are at that point. So I'm going to try and hang it right here, and we're going to kind of go towards this area and see what's over here. So got some nice houses on some acreage over here on the right. Looks like we're on Homedale Road right now, and we're heading in the west direction. So this isn't quite the outskirts of Nampa, but it's definitely getting towards the outer area where there's a lot of farms and houses with some acreage, that kind of thing. So try to find another neighborhood over here somewhere and kind of show another side of Caldwell on the western side. All right, so we just took a right on Farmway, and so now we're heading north, kind of driving more towards the downtown area, back that direction. So we got a lot of open space out here, some farmhouses out here with some land, some agriculture. We got some cows here under the shade there. A few little smaller subdivisions out here, like these are like acre lots maybe for each house. Over here on the right, small little subdivision. All right, so we're back on U-Stick, going back where we just came from. Basically, we're going east right now, and I'm trying to find just a smaller, maybe like a smaller subdivision area or somewhere with housing that we can drive through to show kind of what this neighborhood might look like out in this area. So we'll hang a left here coming up. All right, so we'll take a left here and kind of see what we can find. This is Meadow. So take a left on Meadow off of U-Stick. So this is kind of different than some stuff that we've seen so far. A little bit more established area, more open. Kind of has more of an open feel. Not a ton of fences. Maybe I don't know, 30, 40-year-old houses, something like that, somewhere in that range. Maybe 70s and 80s builds. Take a left on Easy Street. It's like there's a little subdivision in here. We'll cruise through this and see what this looks like. Yeah, so we got some RV garages again, minimum 3-car garage type thing. Looks like a lot of one-story houses, similar to the other neighborhood. Not quite as well manicured, but I think that's because it's still under construction. So like those houses are just under construction still. So I'm sure this is going to be really similar to the one we drove through earlier once it's all completed. So these are houses that are just being finished. So if you're interested in a brand new build in Caldwell, I'm sure these are on the market. So these might be something you might be interested in. This is kind of what you'll find in a lot of areas where it'll be like established neighborhoods that have been here for a while, like 80s, 70s, 90s, 2000s houses. And then you drive one street over and it's just a brand new community. It probably was some kind of a cornfield 5 years ago or 3 years ago, and then a developer bought it and turned it into what you see here. So it's kind of a common theme if you're driving around in Idaho. You'll see that quite often. So like we just left that neighborhood and now we have a house that's been here for 40 years, 50 years sitting next door. So okay, we took a left on U-Stick going east. And we got some houses on the right side that look like they've been here for a while on some acreage. Kind of a major mixed area. You've got a lot of farm area, a lot of houses on acreage, and then you've got houses that are bunched together that have been here for 40, 50 years, and then you've got brand new subdivisions all within probably a 1 mile radius. So it's not uncommon, but it's just something to take note of. It's interesting. That's one thing if you're watching this video and you've never been to Idaho before, or you've been here once or twice to visit people but never really explored around, this is something you're going to run into a lot. If you're looking at an area like Caldwell or like Star or like Nampa, it's important to look around the areas. I've said this in previous videos, but it's really important to kind of drive around, and depending on, you know, what your comfort level is, you may want to go in a, you know, 5-mile radius around and just kind of explore around and see what it would be like to live in that area. I know it sounds obvious, but sometimes people don't think about that. They get so wrapped up in the house, they don't give it some thought about the area they're going to be around on a daily basis, going for walks, walking the dog, whatever. So something to kind of keep in mind. And we're going to go down Indiana Avenue here. We're going north, so we're kind of heading towards the downtown area somewhat. Looks like we have a nice park here on the right. Actually, my daughters played soccer at this park here. Nice soccer field here, and there's a high school attached to it, I believe, right next door there. So this neighborhood here obviously runs right up against the high school. So I'll go down one of these neighborhoods, because if you wanted to be kind of close to the high school for your high school age kids, or maybe upcoming high school kids, this might be a good neighborhood for you to see. So we'll take a right here into a random neighborhood here. So this neighborhood kind of butts right up against the high school here. If I take a right here, this is Whipple Avenue. And we turned off of Beach Street. So we took a right on Beach Street and then a right on Whipple. And so this kind of butts right up against the high school there. So this is an example. These are probably, I don't know, 20 years old or so, I'm guessing, maybe 15 years old. Man, what the fuck, dude? All right, so we're gonna leave that neighborhood and hang a right back on Beach Street. I know that as you get further away and you kind of go more towards the outskirts, you're definitely, kind of goes without saying, but you are gonna see a lot of newer neighborhoods kind of a little further away. I don't think I'm gonna get out there right now. I just kind of want to show the more of the central areas, kind of show what it might look like to drive around in an average normal neighborhood somewhere in Caldwell. A lot of the brand new neighborhoods are really similar. I mean, if you're looking at one in Caldwell versus one in Nampa or one in Meridian, the housing styles are really similar. The price point definitely dictates the area itself, as well as the size of the house and the style and the amount of land. So you kind of have to pick your price point, and then you make it a little more in Caldwell than you would in Meridian or especially Eagle or something like that. But this just kind of shows you what the area itself kind of looks like. If you were to live in Caldwell, this is what you kind of would drive around in and see. Overall, it's not bad. You definitely, if you stay kind of towards the downtown area, you're going to get a lot of older neighborhoods. There may be some new ones that have popped up kind of in the midst of the 40-50-year-old houses. Like this neighborhood here, just randomly turned down. Looks like something that's been here for maybe 20 years or so ish. So this is an example, and it looks a lot like some of the other houses we've driven through. So
100 feet, turn left onto.
All right, so we are going north on Cleveland. So we're heading kind of back towards where we started here. We're going to take a left on Cleveland here. Kind of heading back towards the downtown area where all the stores are. Kind of went in a big loop. So there's a lot of areas in Caldwell that we didn't touch. It would just take too long to show everything. It would be very hard, and it kind of isn't necessary, really. You can watch a few of our videos and kind of see newer neighborhoods, and you can kind of see older neighborhoods. A lot of these areas are really similar, like Cuna, like Caldwell, Nampa. There's a lot of similarities between those three places. Then if you get into Eagle, that's kind of unique a little bit. Eagle's kind of different. There's a lot of similarities between Meridian and Eagle, I guess. But if you get into, there's a lot of new neighborhoods in Eagle that are just on the higher end price point wise. And then if you get into Boise is a really big mixed bag, just because it's a large footprint. And it's got a lot of established neighborhoods You'd have to go quite a ways outside of the central area to get to anything semi-new in Boise. And so you can check out our Boise tour video if you want to check that out. So now we're back on the main area. I don't think we even went this far before. So this is kind of the other side of the main Cleveland area, Cleveland Avenue, I should say. So anyway, so I hope you found this video both entertaining and also some informative, and hopefully it helped you kind of get an idea of what it might be like to drive around Caldwell and not just look at houses on the internet. So if you have any questions, or if you need something specifically answered, or if you want more information about the area, feel free to contact us through idahopulse.com, or you can leave a comment. We usually respond pretty quickly. So if you have anything you need from us, just let us know. Otherwise, thanks for checking out the video, and check out some of our other videos. But anyways, we'll see you next time. Thanks. All right, everybody. So we just took a tour around Caldwell and kind of showed you a little bit of everything that we can show you on the video here. So what'd you guys think? Did you guys like Caldwell? It seems like a nice place to live. It's definitely a little bit different than some of the other places. In a lot of ways, it's actually the same too. So a lot of the housing styles are the same. It's got a little bit of everything to offer. You don't really have to leave Caldwell, which is kind of nice, and you're not that far from Nampa, or if you wanted to go to Middleton, it's not that far either. So let us know what you think of the video. Let us know what you think of Caldwell. If you need help with anything real estate related or any kind of questions you have, you can contact us through idahopulse.com, and we can get back to you and let you know if we can help you out in any way. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out our other videos and let us know what you think about those. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and hope to see you out in Caldwell. Thanks.